In keeping with sequel month, I give you one of the sequels I've gotten the most requests to review. The Secret of Nimh 2. Timmy to the Rescue. By God, have a lot of people told me to review this. Maybe because I've praised the first one as an anime classic and have even admitted to it being one of my favorite movies. The story about Mrs. Brisby and the Rats of Nimh was dark, dramatic, yet still had an element of wonder that makes it, what I consider, a masterpiece of animation. So as you can imagine, I'm not looking forward to this one. Just look at the cover. Mrs. Brisby isn't even on it. And who's the star now? Timmy. Timmy, that kid that just got one line in the first film. What the fuck has he ever done? Outside of not die. Well, let's see what the damage is. Let's dive right into Secret of Nimh 2. So the movie begins with the not-so-wise idea of showing us footage from the first film, making us realize how much we're gonna hate this one.
They went through experiments. They'd become intelligent. None of them would have survived were it not for the incredible bravery of that great mouse, Jonathan Brisby. We must leave no evidence that the Rats of Nimh ever existed. But Jonathan Brisby's widow and her family stayed behind.
Oh nice, Mrs. Brisby, after all the shit she's been through, gets the incredible honor of widow credit. Oh, she also did a few other things, but fuck it, they weren't important.
The prophet Nicodemus predicted that Nimh will again thrust its evil on the Rats. And a son of Jonathan Brisby will be chosen to save them.
No he didn't. You just made that up. Insert immediate downgrade in animation, and we see where our current story begins. We see Timmy and his brother Martin riding each other's nuts until some evil scientists start following them. Fortunately, they give them the slip.
Hero.
Don't call me that, Martin. You're the hero type. Oh, Nicodemus should have chosen you.
For once, you're right. I'm older and stronger than you. If Thorn Valley wanted Jonathan Brisby's son, why'd they pick the runt?
Wait a minute, why is it suddenly Timmy who's picked to be the chosen one? Jonathan had 2 sons. That made-up prophecy you just pulled out of your ass didn't say anything about Timmy being the hero. So why doesn't Martin have a shot?
Fire!
Oh!
I know you're trying, but remember, some try, Brisby's do.
There is no try.
So we see the rest of the family all grown up, including Mrs. Brisby, who I guess became nearsighted in between movies.
But Mom, I don't want to go.
Timmy, we all know what your father meant to the Rats of Thorn Valley.
He helped them get away from Nimh. Pop was a real hero.
That's right. And
I know, and they want me to be like him, but
nothing.
Boy, no pressure on this kid. They just gave him a direct order to be exactly like your father, the great hero. God, do you think Jesus' parents acted that way? Now, Jesus, you know your mother and I are very, very proud of you. But if it's at all possible, do you mind dying for our sins? Just asking. So, it's sort of hard to understand, but I guess Timmy is being sent to the Rats to train in their ways and become a stronger person. You know, just leaving the rest of the kids to waste their non-prophesized lives away. Of course you're welcome to Thorn Valley. There's plenty of education for every— Oh, you're not a messiah, are ya? Yeah, public school's right down the street. And for that matter, I thought the Rats left Thorn Valley. That doesn't look like a thorn bush, it looks more like a tree. What, did they not want to change all their business cards? So Jeremy finally drops Timmy off at the valley. Well, good. Maybe here they'll finally treat him like a normal Ow, really?
You wanna relax? Then take what you please. There's candy galore and it's all made of cheese.
You wanna play
Swing!
You wanna play loud? You could be #1.
Ah, gee, so you're gonna treat him like a god too? You're doing the red carpet, you're throwing a parade? You know, I'm sorry, I'm still gonna dwell on this. You do not treat your child this way, especially if he hasn't done anything yet. It applies a ton of pressure and stress that could scar the little brat for life. It's basic psychology 101. His family shouldn't be doing it, and his school shouldn't be doing it either. Now I know what you're thinking. Hogwarts acted that way with Harry Potter, treating him like a child prodigy. Well, folks, maybe Hogwarts isn't that great a school. Wake up. What's the child fatality rate up to again? Hell, they drowned half of their students just for their equivalent to water polo. I wouldn't trust them. Oh, by the way, how's the hairy kid turning out anyway? I thought so. So after meeting Mr. Ages and Justin, who was voiced by William H. Macy for some reason, Thorn Valley teaches Timothy all about their science and technology.
You know, Timmy, when your father saved the Rats of Nimh, he didn't know that was his destiny.
But I'm not my father.
Well, let's let history be the judge of that, shall we?
I get the feeling that history's gonna say, you are your father, whether you like it or not.
But Justin, I don't feel that.
So literally, the next 20 minutes or so is just building up what a fucking god said Timmy is going to be.
You've got to be ready mentally and physically!
Ready for what?
To fulfill your destiny.
Everyone keeps saying that, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Right now, nobody does, Timmy. You've got to adapt and improvise.
It really is incredible. Nothing about this kid indicates that he has great intelligence or great leadership skills. Oh, I'm sorry, except for the great prophecy. Okay, Nicodemus was a wise soul and could predict a lot of things that were going to happen. But you know what? He sure couldn't predict when a fucking brick was gonna fall on him and crush him into a nick of pancake. So I think that means he can make a mistake every once in a while.
No, too much.
So Timmy shows off some of his new skills by setting traps for dangerous wildlife.
And don't come back! That old snake won't be hunting us for breakfast anymore.
Well, at least I know what happened to the weather balloon I asked you to get for me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just trying to help make the valley safe.
The valley is safe enough.
Oh yeah, except of course for that fucking snake!
What have I been trying to teach you all these months?
That it's okay for guys to wear the same underwear 3 days in a row?
Well, that was just between us.
They're not even wearing pants. So Mr. Ages explains why Timmy's snake experiment isn't as good as he thinks it should be.
If snakes go flying through the air, humans might find out about Thorn Valley. And then we might be in real danger.
From who?
From Nimh.
What's Nimh?
Let's hope you never find out.
Wait a minute, he doesn't even know what Nimh is? What are they telling this kid? Well, who did Jonathan save the rats from then? The Nazis?
Always see the big picture.
I'll never be you. Never live up to the deeds that you did. Why don't I have you?
Oh, great. Now we can add can't sing to his resume. You know, if he was to apply to any other fancy school, he'd be thrown out in a millisecond. So, what makes you think you're Harvard material? Well, I can't do anything, haven't done anything, don't plan on doing anything, but this dead guy says that I'm the Messiah. Oh, and I can't sing either. You used to be there, didn't you? But now you're not. So Timmy grows up into a teenager played by the Karate Kid himself, Ralph Macchio. And guess what? He can't sing either.
And they'll tell our story. They'll know what we've done.
Key on, key off. Key on, key off. So, after all his training, on their very first adventure to obtain food, what does little Timmy end up doing? They give him a whistle to blow in case he spots trouble. Bullshit! All everybody ever tells him is he's a hero, he's a chosen one. Now you're telling him his destiny is to be a whistleblower? What the fuck kind of mixed messages are you trying to tell this kid?
No, too much.
But he comes across another mouse named Jenny, who it turns out actually escaped from Nimh.
Tim, you left your post. You put us all in danger.
But
You've got to learn to listen. You always think you know better than everyone else.
Gee! I wonder where he got that idea. Maybe it was the fucking parade proclaiming that he knows better than everyone else.
No, too much.
So Jenny explains how her parents are being held at Nimh and how the experiments are getting more and more out of control, mostly being run by a crazy scientist named Valentine.
Dr. Valentine is crazier than ever. My parents and the others sent me to find you.
So this must be the rescue the movie was talking about. Well, great. When do we get going?
I'm afraid you ask too much of us, Miss McBride.
Why?
The council decided that the risk to Thorn Valley was just too great.
But Thorn Valley isn't going, so what the fuck are you talking about?
The answer's no, isn't it?
Ma'am, I answered your question. I answered the darn... I'm cooperating here. And there's no... We're doing all we can.
I guess I'm going to have to do it myself. I'm not going to let anything happen to my mother and father, and that's that.
I can't let you leave.
Oh, wait a minute. Now they're holding her against her will?
Good night, children. Sorry to keep you a prisoner.
What the hell? When did the Rats of Nimh become a hostage cult?
How'd you know about Thorn Valley?
When I was little,
I remember a mouse in the cage next to ours telling my parents how the rats that escaped from Nimh had settled in a place called Thorn Valley. I remember him saying it was south by south by south.
Martin said that.
How did you know?
My mom's letter said he disappeared. She had no idea what happened to him.
Wait. Letter? What letter? We never saw a letter. Martin's missing? When did that happen? She said this happened when she was little. Martin's been gone that long? How come it doesn't affect Timmy? Your fucking brother's gone and all you do is stuff your face and sing off key? The fuck's wrong with you? This is our savior? He doesn't even give a shit when his own flesh and blood disappears. How would you react if the rats of Nimh ever got abducted? Timmy, quick! Justin's been captured! Oh, okay then. Oh my god, it! Wait, no. Oh my god, Justin's been captured? I have to do something! So Timmy, after just a mere couple of years after hearing the news, finally goes to save his brother along with Jenny, who's off to save her parents. But a nasty hawk bursts their bubble and they plummet to the ground. They come across a caterpillar who says he can lead them to the Great Owl, which it turns out is not the Great Owl, but actually Jeremy, posing as the Great Owl. Now, if you even care an inkling about the first film at all, you're probably asking, why? Well, it's so Jeremy and the caterpillar can scam people out of money by charging them for asking questions. Hey, here's a question, Mr. Owl. What the fuck do animals need with money? You're, animals.
Your wig!
Oh, I see. Wait.
So just to recap, everybody, Jeremy's a criminal, Justin and Mr. H's are kidnappers, and Timmy doesn't even bat an eye as his brother is being tortured for several years. Sheesh, and I thought the first film was dark. This is downright diabolical.
There it is.
So Jeremy finally flies Timmy and Jenny to Nimh, and it turns out Justin and Mr. H's have a change of heart and decide to join them as well. And I have to be honest, as we near the third act of this film, I'm not seeing the spectacular badness it's supposed to have. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's bad, but it's just sort of basic dumb sequel bad. I mean, nothing really propels it into incredibly awful.
Jenny, look! What happened to them?
He's turned the humans into dogs.
Okay, so the evil scientist is turning the other scientists into dogs? Why would he do that? And he's turning rats into bodyguards? What exactly is this guy's evil plan?
How you have grown. I suppose I have changed a bit. But for the better, don't you think? Hero?
Martin!
What?
It's me, the new and improved Marty. And I made the most of it.
What? Martin is the bad guy? Martin?
I was far too smart from the very start.
And he has the voice of Eric Idle?
I began to grow. Little did he know.
And he sings?
I had my own plans for him. He thought I was tame.
And he's the one who turned the scientists into dogs? And.
They all do as I say. No one stands in my way. Everybody here is happy, or I have them slightly altered. I can do as I please. I can change things with ease. Horns or hair or fin or feather. I control the wind and weather. We can rule the world together. If you come with me, you'll be happy. Oh, so happy when you come with me. You'll be king of everything of all that you can see. Just say yes, hero. No. Think what we two can do, you and me and you. Buck yourself up, don't look so dumb. In my master plan.
This is dumb.
Tell me I'm.
It can't be for real. It can't be. No movie could possibly be this stupid. It has to be a dream sequence or.
Butterflies and.
The hell am I even looking at? It's like Candyland if it was designed by Charles Manson. Somebody else took over this movie. An insane asylum, probably.
You'll be happy, nice and happy, if you just say yes.
I'm at a loss for words. I mean, this has got to be the freaking dumbest twist I've ever seen in my life! I mean, the mouse is a mad scientist? What sick, twisted brain would come up with something so stupid?
And then the mouse turns into a mad scientist and betrays all his friends. Genius! This is a work of genius! I'm gonna call my creative consultant and see what he thinks.
Wonderful! So the mouse becomes the mad scientist. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Oh, you've really outdone yourself this time, Insano.
I know! Now, every child in the world will know they can never escape the clutches of science!
I mean, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. You know what this is like? Oh, no. I can't even make the comparison. I can't. It's too stupid to make. But it's true. It's so true. The Secret of Nimh, this wonderful creative film, has officially become about a mouse with scientific abilities trying to take over the world. You know where this is going!
Gee, Martin, what are we gonna do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, stupid! Trying to take over the world!
The Timmy and the Brain. Yes, Timmy and the Brain. One is a genius and also insane. To take over the world, they'll but break the sequel. There will be the Timmy and the Brain.
Yes!
So, after whatever the hell we just witnessed, Martin locks up Timmy and tells Jenny that he's going to take over Thorn Valley and make her his queen. Why? Because the movie was written by monkeys. So Timmy manages to get out of his cage and goes to stop his brother and save everybody.
Stand still, will you?
So when you get down to it, the actual secret of Nimh in this movie was a totally insane mouse who had the voice of Eric Idle. I have to admit, that was a pretty well-kept secret. I never would have guessed that. So how does he defeat this diabolical genius? He throws the book at him.
There, that's for being so evil.
Weak. They help everybody escape, but the place catches fire, and Timmy wants to go in to save Martin.
Tim! Where are you going?
I'm doing what you said. I'm following my heart.
I love you.
Woo! I love you too.
Boy, they said that pretty fast, didn't they? They must not have had a lot of time to get through all the cliches. Oh, and practice makes perfect, don't do drugs, and there's no place like home. Bye! He finds Martin and manages to get him out of there before the place burns up. They get back to Thorn Valley and everybody throws a big parade for him. Oh, by the way, Timmy and Jenny are in love. If you think that's a cliff note in my review, don't. It's a cliff note in the movie, too. And it also turns out that Martin's back to normal. How? Because they put a bandage on his head. And in old kids' movies, that seems to fix everything. You could be dying of cancer and a fucking bandage on your head would fix it.
You single-handedly saved Thorn Valley.
Martin is correct, Timothy. The prophecy of Nicodemus came true. You have indeed fulfilled your destiny.
So let me get this straight. Timmy's great destiny was to stop a jealous mastermind who wouldn't have been a jealous mastermind unless he heard that Timmy had a great destiny. In other words, if they didn't fucking build him up, none of this would have happened. Talk about a self-fulfilling prophecy, you dumbasses! Folks, what can I say? Well, how about this? It's awful! Incredibly awful! I mean, it starts off bad sequel bad, and then it just spirals into a world of absolute insanity. The choices they made to go with this story are just mind-boggling. I still can't comprehend it. The only thing that's remotely entertaining about this film is Eric Idle doing the voice of Martin. But even then, that's just because he's so batshit insane that it's sort of hard not to laugh at it. There's still the fact that Martin's the bad guy. There's still the fact that they build up this kid who's literally done nothing. There's the fact of that stupid self-fulfilling prophecy. There's the fact that Mrs. Brisby is barely in it, or the rest of the family for that matter. It's just... it's so terrible! And I'm not gonna stand for it. Something has to be done!
You may fire when ready.
I'm the Nostalgia Critic and sequel month is almost over. Just one more movie. I don't even care what the hell it is.
Did someone say care?
Hello there, and welcome to the interviews of The Secret of Nimh 2, Timmy to the Rescue. It is heard that many people do not like this movie, but I think they should.
And why should we love The Secret of Nimh 2 when the film was bad? It didn't stay faithful to the original, it should never be a musical, the main villain was a stupid twist, and it's about every other direct-to-video sequel that sucked. Also, you can't make us like the movie because it's not like you're a communist leader forcing people to like it.
And here are the interviews from the characters from the movie and characters from different movies and shows to tell you why we should all love The Secret of Nimh sequel.
Alright, let's hear it.
Well, I didn't expect to be a hero in the sequel, although I was happy to be out of bed from the first movie. And I know it's complicated for people to realize how I behaved from the second movie to the new movie.
Okay, problem number one, you sound nothing like Ralph Macchio. And you're using your standard voice, which you pretty much fail.
But I have to say, if it weren't for the people who made it, the sequel, I never would have met Jenny. Oh, Tim.
I really don't give a shit about your fanboyism for that.
Well, I kinda like both of the movies since I was in both of them, and I didn't—
Wow, thanks for pissing off Dom DeLuise's grave, kid. Also, you're not even trying to sound like the characters.
I didn't change a bit. I'm just like to say, we should all be happy as long as one character stays the same in both movies, and including the first one and the sequel. There you have it. I've heard that so many fans of Nimh don't like me as the new character. I mean, why can't I be respected like Timon from The Lion King and all of those?
1. Timon is a more likable and developed character. 2. You are just one of those bland and undeveloped characters in every other direct-to-video sequel these days.
I just hope you learn to respect me after you heard my interview. Well, I liked how I was in the first movie, but I didn't expect to become the villain in the sequel.
Which has to be one of the stupidest twists I have ever seen. It's like saying that Justin Bieber is a reincarnation of Jesus Christ, except it will be more retarded.
I just want everyone to know that they should be happy that I turned back good at the end.
Which no one cares.
I know how my fans feel about how I aged in the sequel, but since I've aged, I turned very wise, which explains how wise I was towards the end of the first movie. And I hope you all realize that brains is better than bronze.
That's not the moral of the story.
Well, at least I stayed the same, like Jeremy from the first movie. Well, I know I wouldn't act like that in the sequel from how I behaved in the first movie. I just did what the writers wanted me to do.
All this because writers told you to stay the same. Dude, you were a freaking badass in the original. You used to be cool. I'm just gonna skip Mr. Age's part because there is nothing interesting to commentate on.
I didn't like how they made me in the first movie, because, you know, once you're dark and scary looking, you get all lonely. But once they made the sequel, they made me like this, and I have lots of friends. Thank you, writers of the sequel.
No, it should be F you to the writers of the sequel. And I'll go with what the one-man box office said about you.
Before I even joined the fan club of the Secret of Nimh sequel, I thought I was the only one who understood the complexity of the Sandfisher cinematic masterpiece.
Jesus Christ, Billy! What in the name of God are you doing here? Please, Hunter, don't rape my childhood. Also, your impression sucks.
Plus, I really hate spiders! And the one in the first movie was so disgusting! But the one in the second movie, he would look so cute.
And what does that have to do with anything?
Oh, and to those who hate The Secret of Nimh 2, The Secret of Nimh 2 isn't stupid! You're stupid!
Just like this video.
Okay, that is all. Thank you. Once they made the sequel, I knew that the theme of it would change from the first movie. I mean, come on, people. Do you expect to believe that the theme from the first movie would stay the same in the sequel? In your dreams. Respect the sequel.
No, I wanted to say the same.
I sort of liked how Martin turned evil in the sequel.
Not repeating myself.
He was a much better villain than that stupid Jenner from the first movie.
Dude, how dare you diss Jenner? He had the balls to kill Nicodemus. But I also found out that the guy who voiced Jenner would become Sosa from Scarface.
But that won't change the fact that I'm more eviler than all the other villains.
Dude, you're being bushed by Adolf Hitler. Don't believe me? Look up the Holocaust on Google, then you'll see who is more evil than you are.
I sort of felt bad for the Lost Six of how they died in the first movie, but I was so happy in the sequel that it was revealed that they survived.
Wait a sec, you're a fan of Total Drama Island?
And I adored the sequel very much, especially from the song My Life and My Love.
Which ripped off the original song from the movie.
You know, I think that more people would respect The Secret of Nimh 2, Timmy to the Rescue, if they would just look at it on the positive side.
Okay, now you're kicking my childhood's ball sacks right now. Thanks a lot, pal. I hope you're happy.
Instead of the negative side.
We won! This moment is so much bigger than me. This moment is for all the nameless, faceless
Nimh sequel fans that came before it. Oh, it don't you! Don't get off of me!
This isn't gonna end up on YouTube, is it?
I have no comment on that, but the only thing I have to say, that was pointless.
What I like about the movie was about when Muriel and Floyd the cats were talking, unlike Dragon the cat from the first movie. Plus, I heard that everybody thinks it's a disgrace to the original.
No shit, Sherlock. Want a cookie?
But I think they should just accept the sequel for what it is, because that's what it is. And Wolfgang! You're not interviewing on that cheesy movie, are you? I'm not, Dagnino! Whatever you do, please don't tell him I love The Secret of Nimh 2, Timmy to the Rescue.
Oh, don't worry. If they find out, have fun being skinned alive.
I really liked the sequel. I especially loved the quotes of it. Especially the part when Brutus said,
"What in the name of Nicodemus?"
I laughed really hard.
Too bad it wasn't funny.
Oh, and to those who hate the sequel, deal with it! And accept for what has been decided.
Hear that, people? Deal with it! Because I wouldn't.
The part I loved about The Secret of Nimh 2 was that they were musical numbers.
Which was painful to see.
Unlike the first movie. I mean, hey, I'm a singer myself. I loved all the new characters of The Secret of Nimh 2. And my most favoriteest new one of all was Cecil the Caterpillar. He was crazy.
Too bad Cecile sucked ass.
And the first movie was told to be rated G.
You know what? Hunter, thanks for kicking my childhood's ball sacks again.
It had mean, cruel, scary images and adult stuff on it. But in the sequel, when it said to be rated G, it had the proper G stuff on it. And that's why I love the sequel.
All this because that the first movie wasn't rated G. Dude, even if it wasn't rated G, it still kicked ass.
Thank you for watching the interviews of The Secret of Nimh 2, Timmy to the Rescue. And we hope you'll learn to love it just as much as we do. Goodbye!